My name is Brindley Mazza. I've been coming to Living Waters Church since August, but really wasn't pulled into the church until September. I was standing at the Naples campus. I was riddled with anxiety, extreme depression. I lost my mom 7 years ago to suicide this April. Nix and I have had the conversation a few times where she felt she wasn't really touching many, and that's actually the room that, they were able to touch me in. I heard Pastor Bryce get up and preach his sermon, and it was everything I needed to hear to know that I was so loved and I deserved to know that. Life before Christ was extremely lonely. I was surrounded by a lot of people, however, none of them had substance to them. I was surrounded by drugs and alcohol. My start with drugs started in 5th grade. So I was very, very young, going into survival with growing up in a house full of abuse, both physical, mental, emotional, being raised in the Mormon church as well. I never felt accepted. I never felt Christ's love, and I was always taught that God was a vengeful God and not a loving father. So it was just a very, very lonely time because no matter where I turned, people seemed to be facing me, but honestly, it was like I was talking to brick walls. And the aha moment for me was when I OD'd in September. I wound up in the hospital, and it was the darkest place I had ever been in. I was contemplating, so I just took as much as I could and wound up there. And I remember the next Sunday coming into church and hearing Nix sing a song that I had heard a million times before, and that was the moment where I felt him actually grabbing me and pulling me out of my own water. Just because at that point I was so low and hopeless and helpless, and I decided right then, I turned to my friend that was with me that Sunday and I looked at her and I was like, I've got to cut everybody out. Like, I'm going to die like this. He's talking to me, and like, this is my saving grace right now, this Sunday. God has put his hand in every step of the way, and there's no denying it. I've seen his hand through every part. I've really been very good at putting up walls my whole life. Going into survival so young with the house being the way it was when my siblings were being raised there. I remember my first Sunday serving. Jessica approached me and she really just kind of grabbed me and pulled me into her arms and made me feel like, okay, not only do you belong in Christ's presence and God's presence, but you also belong here with all of us. And it's been such a great thing because I felt so lonely, and Christ has bestowed this amazing community in my life. But that's, a wall that he's just continually breaking down, as I never felt like I could even speak to him or love myself, and he's shown me that it's all through him, all of it. My name's Brindley, and I'm fierce.